that's pretty.
Yeah.
What are you doing? It's late.
I know. It's called late night.
Late night.
Yeah.
How come it's so light? Daylight in the picture. Shouldn't it be like moons and owls and wolves?
Okay. Let's see. All right, it says we're live.
It says we are?
Yep.
Is it? Does that mean we are?
It says we are. It's
I can
Dream
totally
Health.
see you now. Stop doing embarrassing things and pay attention.
What? Am I doing embarrassing?
It says the internet can totally see you now. Stop doing embarrassing things and pay attention.
It says stop, use your encoder. Where does it say that? All right, let's get back over here.
Up.
You did.
I made that up.
Now I have to find the page.
For your entertainment.
And live chat.
And you didn't even appreciate it.
I know. Says can't see you. So that should be shortly changed.
Wow, there's people there.
There's people. There's Wesley Watson.
Can they hear us?
Hi, Women 204. Can you guys hear us now?
JSP Tiger, Team Hartel.
Can you see
us? So
us?
they can see us now, yeah. Can you hear us?
There you are.
Can you hear the words that are coming out of my mouth?
You have a microphone right there.
I know.
Tono Pedroza. Ooh, I like that.
Do we have audio?
Pedroza.
Do we have audio?
Yes, it says we can hear you.
Yes,
we can.
Go, Jai
I can see and hear you.
Okay.
Yes, loud
there
and
we
clear.
go. All right.
Wesley Watson.
Thank you.
Hi.
Thank you for the...
Oh, Team Hartel. Hi, guys. I talked to them last time, remember? I told you. Remember?
Yeah.
Yes?
I remember.
Okay. What are words? JSP Tiger. Okay. Let me just get this fixed a little bit.
Depends on who you ask.
Kirk D. Have enjoyed all your videos. Thank you. Thank you so much, Kirk D. We appreciate it. I can tell you this, that a couple of things. You're going to come this way?
I'm trying.
All right, hold on.
It's like we're
Let me move this.
football field apart here.
I know.
These chairs are too big.
Let's go over here.
You want to sit in my lap?
Yes? I'm
No.
going to sit in your lap. I want to sit in your lap.
Okay. Don't break anything.
Okay, I'm kidding. Watch this. Could break that. All right. So, I'm getting this.
She's crazy.
Okay. SB has a question right off the bat.
How's Jay like driving alone?
How's Jay like driving alone?
Well, it's perfectly great except for the driving alone part. It's lonely. What can you say?
Yeah.
I'm talking to myself a lot more. I'm having, full-on conversations, because there's nobody else to talk to.
Yeah.
So
I asked him today, do you talk to yourself often? He said yes.
she said, why? And I said, well,
Nobody else to talk to.
that's, the jump seat's empty, so,
And then I said,
I
does
have
your
to-
self-talk back? He said yes.
Of course. That's a conversation, You got at least two ways. Yeah, it's good. It's just, you're alone all the time, so,
Yeah.
it's different. But, so I provide my own entertainment.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which to me is entertaining. A lot of people don't get my entertainment, but
Don't get your humor.
my humor, my jokes,
I'm gonna
but
put this
I
down.
do, so I have a great time with myself. What can I say?
He was out for 20 days this last time
I was out,
and just got back.
like in a coma.
But the first 2
For 20
days,
days. I drove in a coma for 20 days.
You're having a completely different conversation.
I know. I just can't help
That's
it.
what's happening. He has his own
I
conversation.
live in my own world.
Let me fix this
So
camera.
it's hard when I come back here.
I'm gonna pull it down a little bit.
Yeah. You're going to lower it?
Yeah. There we go.
You're going to lower it this way or just this way? Because
Okay.
it's like really high,
Is
shooting
it?
down on us. Yeah. It's like I'm
Let me bring it
looking
down.
at the top of my head.
Sorry.
Showing
everybody,
off all
that's-
my wisdom here.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Now I'm done. Pardon me.
I went to 4 barber shops this morning. 3 of them were closed. They're not open on Monday.
Yeah.
And the 4th one, there were 4 seats, 4 barbers, 4 people in those chairs, and there was a waiting list. And there were 4 people, it was a Magic 4 place, 4 people on the waiting list. I said, see you later.
No haircut till tomorrow.
Yeah.
So sorry about that.
So I'm still a shaggy dog.
Highwayman 204. Hi. It's good to see
I do
you.
it all the time.
Jace
How's the
Fisher.
apartment?
How's the apartment and BMW? It's good. In fact,
Yeah, everything's
Um,
good. It's great. It's getting better and better, more better every day. We
Yep.
built some stuff this weekend.
yeah, yesterday.
I did put together a thing.
I got the black pipe and he put it together. It's a room divider panel. It's 3 panels and it moves. When it's done, I will show it to you.
Yeah. 20 days in a row. How many days off? 4.
That's right.
1 day off for every 5. So that's 4 days off for 20. Yeah, it's great. Used to get 1 day off for every 7 back at the old place where I started. But now it's 1 day off for every 5, which I love.
Yeah.
Because, you'd have to stay out 5 weeks. 5, so 35 days. I'm sorry, 28 days.
Yeah, to get
To
5
get
days.
4 days.
4 days, that's right.
And I get 5 days in 20, so that's cool.
That's very
I
good.
like it. I think I'm going to do 15 days this next time, come home for 3. I'm going to try that.
Yeah, because this time, the first 2 days he was here, he spent doing.
Income taxes.
Taxes.
Did our tax returns. Yeah.
So that just left
So
yesterday
that-
and today.
I came home off the road dog tired, but I had to get it done. And it took me 2 days.
Yeah.
So
Can you sit up a bit taller? You're like really laying back.
I'm comfortable.
Yeah.
You want me to not be comfortable?
Okay, it's just I have to slouch this much to get like in the same, like in the frame.
Okay, I'll sit up. I don't know how long I'll stay there. I'm exhausted and I have to go back out on the road tomorrow.
That's the thing,
I'm
is
tired.
we're so pooped today, guys. I mean, the 2 of us were like, I had to go to physical therapy this afternoon. He had to go to the DMV this morning
Well, I had to go to the post office, which
to mail the taxes.
mailed, to, whatever you call it, put tracking on the package to go to the Department of Revenue, but didn't have parking at the post office. Go figure.
Downtown.
Yeah.
Downtown
Yeah, it was
parking.
downtown St. Louis.
Yeah.
So, and then I went to get a haircut, and 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 then gave up, and went to the DMV. So I had to switch my license over to Missouri. Did that, went to Home Depot. We needed a couple more fittings to finish up her room divider, the black pipe
Yes.
room divider, so I picked those up.
Very kindly pick those up.
And came home and put it together, and then it was already put together. I just put the couple pieces we were missing,
Yeah.
and then did 3 coats of urethane on it, so it looks real pretty.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does.
So it
I've
was
heard
a busy day.
a couple people are doing some steampunk stuff. which is very cool. And please send pictures.
Yeah.
We want to see.
I've heard somebody made some kitchen cabinets.
Yeah, held up the shelves with black
I'd
pine.
love to see that work. That sounds really cool. That sounds really cool.
Let's see, a couple questions. Are you guys going to team drive again? Good question.
Only what heaven knows. I mean,
Yeah.
it's too soon to tell. She's still in physical therapy, for crying out loud, and do they know about the surgery?
I haven't talked about that too much yet.
All right. Well, she has 2 more weeks of
Yeah.
physical therapy, and based on the progress so far, she's going to have shoulder surgery,
Possible.
which is part of this. I mean, so
Hope not.
we don't know what's going on with that. She might not be able to. 20 pounds grip strength now in her
Yeah.
dominant hand. 20 pounds. She can't even hardly pick her nose with 20 pounds of grip strength. It's like, it's silly.
I go across the hall and say, "Can you open this jar for me?"
Yeah,
when he is
a
near.
new jar of salad dressing or something. If she brings it home from the store, she has to go find a neighbor to, literally.
It doesn't work putting it between your knees. It just keeps twisting.
Yeah.
But we will see how it goes. At this point, we're just, I think, keeping our head up.
Can you fix the camera so the square in your face goes away?
Is there a square? Is that actually showing?
No, we can't. We don't know.
Why
how to do
is that doing that? Hold on.
Whoever is moving the most or
What?
talking.
Okay, I am still learning about the live stream and how this all works.
Yeah.
And I am behind the curve
It's
here.
tricky, yeah.
Yeah, so bear with me.
There's some stuff to learn yet.
Let's see if there's some kind
Bear
of
with
tracking.
us.
There's tracking on the camera.
I think it's the NSA algorithms, snuck into our session here and there.
So, did it just?
They're Snoop Dogging on us here.
Can you still see? Okay. There's a square on your
There's a
face.
square in my face, yeah.
I'm not
Thanks
sure-
for mentioning that. I didn't know that was actually going out in the live feed. I thought it was just something
I thought it was
local
local.
in the software.
Bracketing. Okay, I'm not sure if it's camera.
What is your favorite truck?
What's your favorite?
Part of the camera facial recognition.
Yes. And
Somebody says it's Big Brother. That's what I think. It's Big Brother's Big Brother. That's who it is. Yeah. Camera seems frozen now. Okay, so Andrea's messing with the camera and now it's frozen. How many years have you guys been married?
Sensitivity. Okay.
14, 3 years. We've been married 3 years.
Tell the whole story.
No. Too many questions. Got to move on. We've been together since 1990,
Two.
but we got married in 2014. Figured by that time I guess we thought we could, after all we've been through, we could make it work.
Exactly.
Still seeing it. Trump did it.
Yeah.
It's the Russians.
I'm working on it.
The Russians are hacking our YouTube feed. It could be the Democrats, so who knows? What's your favorite truck? Somebody asked what's my favorite truck.
Yeah.
I don't have a favorite truck. I have things I love about the different truck manufacturers, but nobody seems to have put one together yet that I can say that I love. Because all of them have great things and all of them are missing something. I think that Freightliner, this new Evolution, the 2018 Cascadia Evolution that's coming out is going to be the prize winner, though, because they have been paying attention. And for me, I mean, there's the engine, the transmission. That's why a lot of people buy a truck. But there's a lot of other things you need to have, at least I feel, in a truck, and that's because you live in it. And when you don't have a table, and for somebody who cooks every day, you have to have a table. And Kenworth T680 is the only one that comes with a table. Now, Volvo does have the thing with the bunk where you take the bunk apart and you have a table, which is stupid. But Freightliner's coming out with something. I don't know if you've seen it yet. It's the Murphy bed. You flip the bed up and you got a table and 2 bench seats. And then you can put the bed back down when you want to use it, and which is really cool. But lockers, the way the lockers, you have truck manufacturers that like Peterbilt, the lockers don't have doors. They're wide open.
Right.
And in the world that I live in, that I drive in, stuff flies out of lockers. They don't have doors. So that doesn't work for me. And there's a lot of other things too, but I like overhead lockers in the cab. So if you get a Western Star, Volvo got rid of their overhead lockers. This new model, which is stupid. Kenworth 680 has overhead lockers. You got the 660, it doesn't have an overhead. It's really low. The Western Star's like that. And I wouldn't even think about an International, I'll tell you. So I can't comment on those. I just know that they have the absolute worst, well, let me put it this way. They sell fewer trucks than anybody. They sell the least amount of trucks every year. They have the smallest market share, and there's a good reason for that. So that's all I need to say about International and the ProStar line. But I'm thinking that Freightliner's new Cascadia Evolution is going to be a super cool truck. We got the DD15 with that DT12 transmission, the automated transmission, which I've been driving now since I started with Martin, and it's an amazing transmission. I drove the 680 Kenworth with the Cummins, it had the ISX15 with the Eaton, it's an 8-speed transmission. I like that the shifter's right here on the console, but until I drove, I didn't know I didn't have anything to compare it to, and I'd been driving this Freightliner, and I got to tell you that the DD15 with the DT12 is awesome. It's just awesome. It doesn't slow down on hills like I got used to in the Kenworth. When you're heavy, when you're 40,000 pounds, you slow way down. It runs good. It runs really good. I mean, it does slow down, but it just runs better.
I don't know how to get that.
Yeah, we don't know how to get rid of why don't you just come back? Forget about it, Andrew. We'll figure that out next time. Come on.
It's really
Come on.
frustrating that
Get your
I have
beautiful
stuff.
face over here. Don't worry about it.
Well,
People
but there's a
deal with it.
square on your face.
It's facial recognition or something. But anyway, have I said enough about my favorite truck? Peterbilt old school 379. Yeah. I know guys love the long hoods, and I don't.
I do.
I mean, they're
I
great.
like the look.
They're great to look at, but I don't want to drive one.
Yeah.
And then you have, of course, it's the inside, those cabinets that don't exist. A lot of those trucks, they have a couple of small lockers and nothing up above, and it's like, I like lockers. I have a lot of stuff. Well, I don't know. It's just me, but I pack a lot of stuff.
Will Brow asked the question, do you run into Canada?
No, I could, but I don't want to. I don't want to have to learn how to speak and read French. I especially don't like getting lost. And if you can't even read a sign, forget about it. I won't go to Canada. And unfortunately, I don't have to.
But you would if you had to.
No, I don't have to. And that's, by choice. I was asked if I would run to Canada, and I said, no, I will not go to Canada. They said, that's okay, you don't have to. Martin has dedicated teams that run Canada already, so
That's true.
they don't, it's not like a deal breaker. They gave me the choice, and I told them no, thank you. I'll go to Laredo, but I won't go to Canada.
It's about the same difference.
Does that make? That probably makes about as much sense as
True.
anything else I've said so far.
Okay,
All
a
right,
couple
so-
of things that wanted to, I'm trying to just go back a little bit in the chat. Okay, there we
Yeah.
go. I was able to.
I like the closed lockers too. Workspace is so important. Yeah. The Freightliner that I'm driving, this is just.
Hi, Sheila Trimble. She just tiptoed in.
Hello, Sheila Trimble.
It's good to have you here.
Yeah, you don't have to tiptoe. It's okay.
And Carl Fritzler. Carl, hi.
Hi, Carl.
He says, hey, Jai
Hey.
Andrea. So, carry on.
The Cascadia Evolution that I'm driving is the same Cascadia, that Freightliner's been making for a lot of years. It has the split windshield, which they got rid of with the new one, which really, I didn't know. I've never, I'm in my 4th year, and started in the 680.
Yeah.
And Kenworth 680, and that's what we drove together. And that's what I was driving. So
Yeah.
for the last 3 years, I've been driving the 680, which has a single windshield. The Freightliner Cascadia has that split windshield, which I do not like. I do not like.
Why? Why?
Because on the think about it, in your car, the wipers work together. They clear the window. When you have a split windshield, you have this big section over here where the wipers, that's dirty. The wipers can't get to it, and it's a
True.
big blind spot.
Yeah,
I mean,
I can see that.
it reduces your visibility, and I don't like that. Well, that's the way it is. The new one, the 2018, is going to have a single windshield, which is
That's
they made a really
fantastic.
really great move on that decision. But they've really changed the design of the new Cascadia. They've incorporated a lot of elements from. I don't know if you know this, but they spent a lot of money on research and development. Daimler did on the Western Star 5700 XE.
Yeah,
A lot of money,
that's true.
and put a lot into marketing it, and so it's been out for 2 years now. Well, now this new version of the Cascadia coming out next year, they've incorporated a lot of the design elements of the 5700 XE into the Freightliner for the body, the grille, and it's like you'll see a lot of similarities if you're familiar with the two trucks. But anyway, they've also, Freightliner has completely redone the inside of the sleeper, and they've made some real smart choices, I think, on that. They've been paying attention. I think they've been asking teams what they want, what they need. And what they did with the ladder, for the second bunk, it's so cool. These trucks have these strategically placed pads that you step up on to get up on the second bunk.
Yeah.
Which, depending on your mobility and your agility, can be a real challenge. Right now I have 2 lockers. One's lower. I gotta get my hands on the screen on the driver's side. And then there's one that's higher on the passenger side of the truck, but they're like 5 feet apart, right? So, I'm stretched out, trying to get up to the second bunk. It's funny, but now the new Freightliner has a ladder that it's underneath the top bunk, it pops out and then slides down.
Yeah.
And locks. Which is that's cool. Because when you climb up there, it's usually to get food. I have a freezer up there and a
Right.
refrigerator. So
And
then I have to climb back down, I got stuff in my hands. So it's it's tricky. You can hurt yourself. If you fall from up there, you can get hurt. So you really have to be careful.
Chris said, workspace is so important. Chris Floyd.
Yeah. Am I dominating the conversation here? Should I shut up?
No, it's good.
Okay.
Well,
Self-driving trucks.
thoughts on self-driving trucks, our drivers being taken out of trucking. I just want to say one thing.
You know what?
I don't think that's going to happen to the degree
Well-
that people think it's going to happen
first of all,
soon.
self-driving trucks, yeah, you're
They
right.
can't self-drive.
They don't drive themselves. You drive them out onto the interstate, the big road,
Right.
where they're comfortable. And then they can take over for
Which could give drivers some.
Yeah, you get time to go back and make a peanut butter jelly sandwich.
No, maybe perhaps not quite that.
Yes.
But at least
Yes.
with what
I'm not
I've
saying
seen,
go take a nap. I'm saying go make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and then come back.
There's a joke about that,
What?
the RV.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, so, and they can't park themselves. They can't back into docks either. In
Right.
fact, they cannot exit the interstate yet. So the technology is like,
Not there.
it's like, it's cool that they can, they can actually, they've designed the software and the engineering of the whole system that it can navigate on an interstate and determine what's around it, slow down, for traffic, for cars, whatever, for other trucks. But they can't drive themselves. They still need a driver. So how that's going to work out remains to be seen.
Yeah.
They want to, the old days, which is illegal now, you'd get trucks in a convoy where they were real close to each other, following distance-wise. Well, that's because it improved their fuel economy. That's true. That's a fact. So you could have, if you have 3 trucks, the first one in the front is going to have the worst.
Yeah.
The one in the back is going to have better, but the one in the middle of the 3 is going to have the best. So if you get 10 trucks, all the ones in the middle are going to get real good fuel economy, much better than if they're just driving on the road on their own. So that's part of the thinking behind this technology for self-driving trucks, autonomous vehicles.
But I
But
still don't think
they
it'll
will-
be no driver. I think it would have to be a person.
Yeah, there has to be, because the truck cannot just start itself up, and then go somewhere and then go back into a dock and then take off and go deliver. It can't. You have to drive it to get it onto the interstate.
I love this.
And then it can take over.
JSP
You have to
Tiger
drive it off the highway.
Trucking is the backbone of America.
It is.
And it absolutely is.
It absolutely is.
I remember
Trucking and railroads.
the first,
Railroads too.
I would say 6 weeks we were in the truck. We were in Tennessee or Mississippi, and had to wait for this load. Walked in. I think we were at our transition point in the day. And
Yeah.
we met this driver from Conway at that time, and he said that for the past 12 years, he has had this offer of $100, $100 to any person who could tell him one thing that didn't come on a truck, one thing that they use in their house, in their office, in their home, in their car, on their person, that didn't come to them on a truck. And he said, I'm still waiting to give
Yeah.
that $100.
Yeah. Everything moves by truck.
And boy, I stood there and
Or
really
train.
tried to come up with some things,
Yeah. I mean,
but I couldn't.
even if you're growing food in your backyard, the stuff that you use to make that happen came on a truck,
Yeah,
even if you got the seeds from your neighbor, if you're going to till soil, pour water on it out of something, a hose or a bucket or a watering can, it came on a truck.
Mr. Dugum, hello.
Very few people live, I don't think you can even do it today. You're going to need tools, which somebody has to make. They
That's
have to be
right.
transported.
Exactly.
A shovel, a knife, a hatchet. You can make your own axe out of stone, but I'll tell you what, if you're living like that, good luck.
Joe, wait.
Yeah.
She says yes,
What?
but it's the way it is. He says, Joe Wade said, I miss you guys as team. The setup is the pits.
It's the pits.
It's the pits. I get to miss Jay.
Welcome to the pits.
We get to miss each other now for 20
Yeah.
days.
Welcome to our life.
Okay.
It's the pits.
Omar Zorilla.
Omar Zorilla, what?
SB, how to French finish furniture.
Tell us more about
I'd love
Martin
to talk about
Transport
that.
Terminals.
But not
Miles
tonight.
Blake.
Well, here's a question.
Polish? Oh my God, you'd have to do like a week-long sessions of
This
video
is French
to
polish
cover that.
behind us. That's French polish.
Yeah, get
It's all covered.
it's all
French
covered to
polish.
keep it from getting abused because I'm rough on furniture. She'll tell you.
He is. Can you give me that water?
Okay, here's the French polish. No, I can't. Hang on. I want to show off your beautiful handiwork and you're bugging me. Here.
I
here's
got to
your
get
water.
this face
Here.
detecting thing off.
Here.
I got
Can
to
you
figure
see
this out. Yes, it can be seen.
French polish. She did this.
Yes, 4 times.
It's beautiful.
It took a while to get the hang of it, but it's very cool once you get the hang of it.
It's like wax on, wax off for
It's fantastic.
like a couple of weeks.
Something that I wanted to say. We're both so tired today because it's been a little crazy, but someone asked if this is the first time that we have been live. I did a test last week. I thought I had everything dialed in. I was wrong. And so I'm going to have to keep working on this. And I apologize for the little white jumping box. I might try to sneak off here in a minute and figure out how to get that off.
No, you're not.
It's irritating. So, yeah, second time with OBS, which is the software. Let's see. Premium Writer asked the question we answered earlier. Are you guys starting as team again in the future? Maybe.
Yes, tomorrow.
Maybe.
No.
Maybe not. No, I'm still in physical therapy, and we'll have to wait till that's done. So, quick answer to that.
Yeah.
Okay, Jay, talk about Martin. Transport terminals. Talk about the terminals and mileage per week. Omar Zarilla wants to know.
Okay.
Hey, Omar.
Hey, Omar.
Glad you joined us.
Terminals. I'm trying to remember or think of how many I've actually been to so far. I've been to the one in Mondovi, in Indianapolis. It's actually in Zionsville, DeSoto, Texas, Kansas City, and there's one more in there somewhere. So I've been to 5. There's one in
Lancaster.
Martin has, no, that's DeSoto, Texas.
Oh, okay.
Martin has a terminal in a Walmart in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
If you've ever been to Walmart distribution center, you know they're massive.
Yeah.
Well, Martin has a terminal in one of them. But all their terminals are really cool. They're first class, high quality. Everything is like
Look in the camera.
top notch.
Talk to people right there in the lights.
Okay, I'm starting to actually zone out. I'm getting tired. So, but terminals are great.
Camera.
I'm thinking.
Okay.
I'm trying. What can I say? They have.
Are they clean?
Have inspection bays.
Let me
they're
help
super
you.
clean.
Are they clean?
The concrete, the driveways in them. I haven't seen a flaw yet in one.
And that's incredible.
I mean, no cracks, no holes, no crevices. Of course, the one that's at the Walmart, that's Walmart property. So, there were some chuck holes and stuff there. Walmarts can be.
What about showers, bathrooms, facilities?
Every terminal has showers for drivers and driver lounge and with a lot of amenities.
How are you treated at the terminals?
I've been treated quite well, actually. It's been pleasantly surprised. Treated very well.
What about things
else?
for the truck? Fix-it shop.
Yeah, all the terminals, each terminal has, Martin does their own work on their trucks, which, it's like you might think, well, that's not unusual. Well, it is when you find out what Martin does. I mean, they really actually, they have top quality technicians.
Yeah.
I mean, really, really good people. And they have trailer shops, tractor shops, body shops. It's like, and their trucks are they take care of their equipment. Really, really great equipment, good equipment. I didn't know equipment could be this good.
Yeah, you have the fifth wheel
Yeah,
release.
it's an air release fifth wheel.
That's cool.
The tandems on the trailers are all air release.
That's really cool.
But I mean, it's not just that. I haven't seen a tail light out yet, a light out on a trailer yet.
You're kidding.
Since I started February 6th. Not one.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I'm like, that's the first thing I always look for when I hook up to a trailer.
Yeah.
Is I'm gonna, invariably, it's like 1 out of 2 is gonna have a light. I carried tail lights and the side amber marker lights and all the lights I can reach. Carried spares because I was always changing them out.
Yeah. That was constant.
So I've yet to find a trailer that has a light out, which is just really blowing me away. Tires.
Let's see if I can get
excellent shape.
There.
On their equipment. Everything's
pull it
cool.
over here to me.
Pull it over here.
I'm trying to get it over here.
You
Come
have
on.
to talk, I think.
No. Really?
I think so. Start talking.
Take your hand and come over this way. See if it'll come to me.
Come over here, little white box.
Come here.
There we go. Now we're both in the white box. Yay.
Okay.
So,
face
Miles,
recognition.
They're driving my little behind off.
I don't know how to turn that
literally,
off.
it's like, look, I got no more behind. It's gone. I'm getting good miles. But better than that, it's like, I get paid for all my downtime. I didn't used to get paid for all my downtime. I love this.
Cool.
I'm picking up probably at least a couple $100 a week, maybe more, for detention alone. I get paid for detention, $20 an hour after the first hour. This trip here, I came from, where'd I come from? Where'd I pick up? Somewhere, it was up in Chicago, Aurora, I think. And I came to, where was I? It's out here by St. Charles in St. Louis. Anyway, I get there, I get a dock assignment, I get to the dock, they tell me, we don't have any room in the warehouse to unload you, you're going to have to wait till we make some room. I'm like, cool, I'm going to go get comfortable, let me know when you're done. It took them 6 hours.
Chris is leaving.
6 hours.
Bye,
I got paid for 5 of those hours, sitting, waiting on these dumbheads to...
Dumbheads?
Yeah,
Did you just say dumbheads?
Dumbheads, yeah.
That's because this is a PG show.
Yeah, it's PG-13 most of the time. So anyway, yeah, that's $100 from sitting there waiting to get unloaded in one day. Like I wanted to come home because I was so close. It's like 23 miles or 25 miles from here, to the drop yard where I dropped the truck and trailer. But if I had to sit for 6 hours, why not get paid for 5? It's pretty great.
Jay.
Yeah.
Just something funny.
What?
Alex, I think it's Alex. I'm aiming my cannons at you.
Cannons?
Yeah, because you have a target.
Because I have a target on my face?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I have to say that for a solo driver, I'm not going to go through lots of detail, except I will say this, that in these past weeks, for a solo driver to get like a gross check of $1,200 as company over that's pretty amazing. Don't you think? We had to drive as a team 7,300 to get that.
To get what?
Over $1,000 each.
Each, yeah.
And
I'm doing that.
And that's $3,500. I'm 3,500 miles a week each to make that. And he is doing that on how many miles?
About 2,000.
A little over 2,000 miles. So that's massive. That's massive.
Yeah, it is. It's huge. I'm not driving 3,500 miles. It's almost twice as much miles, but I'm making...
It's a third, at least.
The reason I left, I mean, the reason I changed companies was because I was getting low miles. You know,
Yeah.
I was making $300, $400 a week.
Okay, hold on.
But-
Michael said, what's the camera model? Maybe someone knows how to turn the square off. It is a Canon Mark III,
Mark III.
5D Mark III. And
Did you say 5D?
I hope so.
What did
It
you
is
say?
a Canon 5D Mark III.
Canon 5D Mark III. 5
So-
Delta Mark III.
And it's newish to me. I haven't used it much for
I've been to
video.
Washington State.
So if anybody knows, I'm open.
Yeah, I'm in the Central Plains Regional Fleet, so I don't. Who is that? Just asked. I don't go to Washington. Stop scrolling. That's Team Hartel. Central Plains Regional. So I do
It's good to see you
Minnesota, Wisconsin, and then all the way down to Laredo, Texas.
guys. So it's called what? Midwest Plains?
Central Plains Regional.
That's it.
Indianapolis to Denver, and then, yeah, but I've been to Ohio a few times. I went to
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania this last week. That was fun.
Yeah?
Yeah, and then came back. A lot of Chicago. I'm learning Chicago.
Chicago.
Yeah, I used to be, wow, Chicago used to freak me out. Those low bridges.
Jay Marsh asked
But
a
I'm
question.
getting used to it. It's like I'm digging Chicago. I'm getting the lay of the land, and it's cool.
T. Martell's just leaving Washington State,
Yeah.
I think.
We used to,
Kent.
CFI, OTR, we used to get up there to the Northwest a lot, and a lot of long runs cross country, go up to Tacoma and then head back to New Jersey. Like, it was crazy, but that's what we did.
2 questions. Jay Marsh said, I want to get into trucking. I'm a big guy, losing weight. What is a good size to drive?
What is a good size to drive?
I think what's comfortable for you, because it's
There are
up-
drivers all sizes. It doesn't matter what size you are.
Yeah, but it's
I mean,
what's comfortable
There
for you.
are women smaller than her,
Yep.
smaller than me,
Tiny.
that drives big trucks. They're like 5 feet, maybe, I don't know, 80 or 90 pounds, and they
I've
drive
seen-
big trucks.
I've seen
and
four-
they do just fine.
A girl who was like 4'10".
Yeah.
That's a little girl. And she actually had to put stuff to be able to reach the pedals, but she drove a truck. As far as big,
I
I
would think the bigger you are, the tougher it's going to be on you.
it could be tough on
I
you.
mean, it's tough on you anyway, but if you're a really large person, like 400 pounds and up, they're going to make you use a CPAP machine, number one.
Yeah.
And then it's just, driving a truck is not an easy life. It's difficult, and it takes a toll on you. It's wear and tear, and you would think it'd be
That's
easy
the dark side of
because
trucking.
you're sitting all day, but that's what's the wear and tear comes from. Is
That's
you're
the hard part.
Sitting all day for such extended periods of time.
And we're not designed for
no,
that.
and that tears you up.
We're made to move.
It slows everything down. It's like, wow,
Oops.
that thing just almost fell off on the ground. What's going on there?
I accidentally touched. Okay.
All right, don't kick the tripod again. I
I
have
won't.
to smack you.
You
Beside
have to
the head.
smack
Yeah,
me?
up beside the
Have
head.
you ever smacked me in 22
Up beside
years?
the head? No.
No, he hasn't.
No, and I wouldn't.
It's absolutely true.
So
But I
driving
smack
a truck, she whacks me all the time. She does.
it. It's not true.
Yeah.
It's not true. For fun. Not,
She
not,
thinks it's fun.
not for int-
She thinks it's fun. It's fun for her.
Okay, carry on. Carry on. Don't get distracted.
Yeah, we're just playing. Don't take us seriously all the time.
Don't, please.
Because you'll really get messed up if you do. Driving a truck is tough on you. It's tough on people. We are designed to move, and when you don't move, your blood needs to flow. That's heart. Your lymphatic system needs to flow. It doesn't have a pump.
Yeah.
You're the pump. Movement is the pump. And
Which is why you have to put so much extra
which is
effort
why
into moving.
you need one of these.
This
Okay.
is Peloton.
Yeah.
There is
'Cause
one here.
that
You
pumps-
guys know we love
It
Peloton.
pumps the lymph, and so sitting, it's really hard on you. People drive for years and do fine, and I hear stories all the time, though, that all of a sudden it's like they can't drive anymore. They get their medical card pulled and they can no longer drive. Health
But
conditions.
I just want to say this to you, Jay.
It takes a toll.
Is to Jay Marsh, who asked this question, is set yourself an aim, a goal of what you want to accomplish if you want to get into trucking, and get that body moving. Get it to where you feel comfortable going up and down, climbing in and out of a trailer, and make it happen. There is absolutely nothing that can hold you back but you. So I encourage you to just take it, make it your focus, make it happen.
Joe Waite just said something here. I want to make sure I'm not reading something into this. Joe, let us know. Do you drive for Martin?
No, this was
It sounds like that's what you're saying.
Joe Waite,
I went to Wisconsin to sign on 15 years ago.
top-notch company.
So you went there to sign on. Did you sign on? Are you driving for Martin?
Joe?
Yeah, let us know. Joe Waite. Is that what it says? Waite? W-A-I-T-E?
Yeah.
Scroll down so we can see his answer.
Jay Marsh said, I'm healthy, just big. I gained weight due to health problems, but I'm working it out so I can drive. Fantastic. I love to hear that.
Do you think 46 is too old? I started at 58, 57 rather, so...
Do you think 46 is too old? No.
There are guys out there, people out there driving that are older than dirt. I mean, I'm serious. Some pretty old folks, and they still drive. You know, as long as you can...
Team Hartel said never too old.
Yeah.
If you can deal with the hours, and that's true.
I came from an industry that my age was working against me, and I was getting pushed out. Whenever I became eligible for company-paid health insurance, they'd lay me off. This was happening over and over. And I found out in trucking, it's like your age is an asset. So it's like they want you if you're older.
Yes.
46 or 56 or whatever, 66,
And why?
It's because you have more life experience and more sense. You're not a dumb kid.
Not saying that kids are dumb.
Well, but young people tend to take more risks, more chances when they're driving. And when you're older, you tend to have more sense about that sort of thing and drive responsibly, not take chances. And hey, insurance accident statistics prove that. I'm not making it up. I'm not being prejudicial or biased towards young people. Look at the accident rates, the accident statistics. It's young people. They're inexperienced. They take chances. They don't pay attention. They're distracted. And those are all things that work against you in a big truck. You have to always pay attention.
Joe asked the question, have you ever been to Gettysburg, Pennsylvania?
Gettysburg.
I'm not sure that we have as a team. Seems like it.
I was there 7 years ago.
Philadelphia. We've been to Philadelphia. You're so crazy.
No,
Okay.
Of course, I'm joking.
Sarah, I'm not sure how you pronounce your last name. I'm
What
going
is
to
it?
say House. Is it House?
It might be misspelled.
No, that's her.
Is that her signature?
That's her profile.
Okay.
She's close to Pittsburgh.
I don't know how to pronounce that.
And there's KCMO, Casey, which is
Casey Mo.
Physio 60.
Cycle Gangsta. My dad drive what?
F-150. JSB Tiger.
An F-150.
JSB.
That's not a truck.
It is a truck.
No, it is not.
It's a little
It's
truck.
a pickup.
It's a personal
It's
truck.
a pickup. It's just a pickup.
Team Hartel, you just said something so important.
What?
Health is capital S, capital O. So important. And it is. And it's tough. It's very tough. This is probably the part about trucking that you can't grasp unless you do it. You have no clue what it means to work 14 hours a day, 7 days a week, period, until you come off the truck for home time.
Yeah, how many hours is that? Figure that out.
I don't even know.
If you have a 9 to 5, you
Let me
work
get the-
Monday through Friday, that's 40 hours. If you drive a truck, you don't get a weekend off. You have a 14-hour work day. And there have been weeks where I work 14 hours.
Yeah.
Every day. So in 7 days, that's 70,
I'm-
that's 98 hours, right?
I have it.
98-hour work week. And then the 8th day, I don't get to you don't get to go home and relax or have 2 days off. No, you're still in the truck, you're still on the road, you're still driving the next 7 days. You have a 14-hour work day every day. Now you can only drive 11 of those, but if you drive and go, and you go get loaded, and then you drive and you go get unloaded, and then you drive, it's like that's a 14-hour day. You drive until you run your 11 hours out of drive time, but it's like a 14-hour day. And you just get there and shut down. It's like, oh my God, I just want to sleep. And you go to sleep and you get up and you start over. 14-hour days. We never had, as a team, we split our clock in half. We each had 12 hours, same 12 hours every day. And within those 12 hours, whatever happened, whatever, at the end of 12 hours, that's it. You stop. We switch over, and the other person takes over. So we never ran out of drive time, never. And you have a much easier job because you never have a 14-hour day. In fact, I just went through our driver logs because I had to figure out per diem for our income taxes. I was looking at, damn, I was driving like 8 hours a day. Pretty much on average, driving team. Now, I drive the full 11 every day, plus I do the loading and unloading hooks, drop hooks, and everything. Everything myself. So I'm just rambling on. How old is dirt? Dirt is pretty old. So I don't know if there's any more questions. Okay, I don't know what that means. Okay, anybody else have a question? Or should I just keep babbling? Whoops. Have I been rambling? I'm tired. I'm really tired, and that's what happens when I get talking. When I'm tired, I don't stop. Here we go. There's the down arrow. Do you regret getting rid of your truck? What truck? Do I regret getting rid of? Jace Fisher, what do you mean? Do I regret getting rid of my truck? How does the company ensure truckers get enough sleep? You have to you get a 10-hour break every day. It's like you have a 14-hour work day, but the break time is based on your drive time. After 11 hours, you have to take 10 hours off. That's how the federal government makes sure that everybody gets enough rest with their hours of service. You do whatever you want on those 10 hours, sleep or not, but you can't drive, not legally, after 11 hours on e-logs. People do it on paper logs. That's up to them. That's their life. They manage it the way they want. But when you're on e-logs, if you start to or try to move that truck after you've run out of drive time, it narcs on you. Literally. It starts screaming at you that you're out of hours of service drive time. And if you continue, you get a violation. And that goes in your logs, and you're in trouble. Not right away, but if you get stopped, or let's say you're going down the road and you get pulled into a weigh station and they call you in for an inspection, and they come out and check your logs, and you have an hours of service violation. It didn't feel like it was so bad when it happened, but right then and there with the state trooper, they can write you up, fine you, they can put you out of service, which means they shut you down, and you park the truck, turn it off, call your fleet manager, and they can put you out of service as long as they want. It depends on them. It depends on the violation, on you, your attitude, how bad a violation it was, how long you went over the drive time, your 11 hours. But yeah, you can get in a lot of trouble with that. So that's how they do it. You can drive a maximum of 11 hours. After that, you have to take a 10-hour break, because that's when you get your drive time back, is after the 10 hours of either sleeper berth or off-duty time. But how do you handle forced dispatch? Well, I guess you're saying that because what, you don't have forced dispatch? When you drive for a company, you go where they tell you to go. You don't have any, you're not dealing with brokers, shippers, customers. That's their job. That's what they do. They have a company, they have customers that they service, and they have drivers to move that freight, and you get dispatched. I don't have a problem with it. It's my job. I drive. I'm a driver. I'll go wherever they want me to go. I don't really care, except for Canada. And maybe, New York, but, and I have been in New York and New Jersey, and it's not fun, but, kind of like Chicago, I guess if you spend enough time there, it's not so bad, but, you don't, usually. I don't. I haven't. But it's like, I don't think of it as forced dispatch. I think of it as, it's my job. So I haven't gone anywhere yet where, I died. You know what I mean? It's like, it wasn't that bad. It's like, I go, I do my job, and wherever they send you, you're not staying there. You're leaving. So I don't, they call it forced dispatch. But
It means you can't say no.
it's
That's all it means.
but you can. I mean, if you're too tired, if you're sick, it doesn't matter what it is. If you need sleep, you can say no. If it has to do with safety reason, like weather, or just fatigue, you can say no. And, they got your back. It was that way at CFI. It's that way at Martin. But that's like you're on a dispatch, or you're getting a new load, a new dispatch, and if you don't feel up to it, you can say no and just tell them, hey, I got to take, I just need to sleep or whatever, and they'll either work it out so you can get, a later start out time to go get that load, or they'll just get someone else to get it or whatever. But I've never had a problem with it. I've had to call in or message on the Qualcomm before and tell them it's unsafe to continue. I have to shut down. I'm just too tired, and I'll let you know when I can roll again. And they say, okay, let us know. And then 4 hours or 6 hours later, when I wake up, I say, okay, I'm good to go, and we roll. So everything just turned blue. How come?
I don't know, something got
Highlight.
touched.
All right.
Okay,
Greetings
so
from Columbus, Ohio.
I have to say this. Team Martell, Sarah's taking off. Bye, Sarah. We'll
Night,
see you
Jeff.
next time.
Night, Sarah. You gotta tell us how to pronounce your name. Spell it phonetically.
Yes.
I'd be afraid to.
I'm going to say hose. Hose.
I'd butcher it.
I think so, too.
Hurt your
Not sure where
feelings.
it's from.
She probably heard it all, though.
Jeff Edwards, greeting from Columbus, Ohio. Really enjoy your videos.
Oh.
Night, night. Hey, Jeff.
I've been through Columbus quite a bit the last few weeks, Jeff.
Yeah?
Might have drove right by your house. Who knows?
Stop for lunch. Let's see. I am going to get this camera straightened out. I don't know what the problem is. It's a little bit.
Said, try looking at the lens and see if it says MF or AF.
Well, it's not the lens. That I'm pretty
No, she's
sure.
saying the look in the where you look through the eye peek hole thing.
I know, but I
No.
don't think it's going to make any difference.
Is that autofocus, manual focus, MFAF?
Well, it's called face tracking, and it didn't happen.
Chihuahua? Is that Mexico? Chihuahua?
It didn't happen last time.
It's Jorge.
And I
Hey,
have
Jorge.
set some setting that I shouldn't have set. So
Google the question about your camera.
I just was doing that, and I could not get an answer quick enough. I will get this fixed. I apologize.
By the lens on the front.
Yeah, it's not. Let me look.
I'm looking. I don't see it. Where's Sarah? Where's it supposed to be? I'm not seeing it.
Okay, hold on. Let me look. See if I can get close enough.
Well, hey, Jorge from Chihuahua, Mexico. It's good to have you on board here with us. Wow, that's so cool. We have an international audience here.
Yeah.
Andrea, Canada, Mexico,
Often do.
Ohio.
That's international.
An international audience. How did you two meet, and was trucking always your number one option career?
Oh Lord, no.
How did we meet? We met in a church
Yeah,
in Orlando, Florida in 1980.
yeah.
And we started trucking 4 years ago, so no, trucking wasn't our number one career.
We've done lots and lots of
We have done so many things.
many things.
And this is just another thing.
That's what tells you that.
And we'll do it until we stop having fun doing it. And
That's
then
right.
we won't do it anymore.
Okay.
Ironically, that made the square go away when you came close to the camera. Now it's back.
Right.
I can see it again.
That's because it's looking for tracking.
It's searching.
And I don't know why it's doing this.
Just get over it. Forget about it.
Well, I can't.
You can.
I can't.
Right now. I'm going to hypnotize you. You don't see the square. What square?
But I see the square.
There's no
Okay,
square.
wait. Now I don't see the square.
There's no square. No
There's
square. No square. See? See how easy that was? Okay. Look at the settings menu on the camera. Should be able to turn off tracking. Good night from Mississippi.
I know,
Harmony
I tried
Page.
that.
Good night,
Good
Mississippi.
night, Mississippi.
Good night. Are you in Gulfport?
And here's Premium
I
Rider.
love Gulfport, Mississippi.
Good night from Paris, California.
Hey,
That's where Peaches
came
was
from.
born.
She was born there.
Our baby poodle that we had for 17 years was a Paris poodle. So, good night, Paris.
Texas.
She's my baby.
Where you at, Jace Fisher? Where in Texas? Olive Branch. Olive Branch?
Settings
Chance,
menu on the camera.
Oh, Olive Branch, Mississippi. Oh, that's cool. We've been there.
Of course.
We broke down
Many
there.
yes, we did. Yes, we did.
We broke down there.
And stayed
Truck
in,
had to go in the shop.
But it was a very cool hotel.
Yeah.
And but it was, wow, it was
Try
way out
pressing
country.
the record button. Near Memphis state line. Been there. Miami, Florida. Wow. How about that? San Antonio, Jace. All right, that's cool. A great
did
place.
work.
I love San Antonio. We're looking for property down there. It just didn't work out.
Yes, ever been to Montana? Yes.
I love Montana.
I love Montana. In fact,
Montana.
that is my elk story. No, elks, yes. I was going to say
Elks.
caribou, but it's
Got a
elks.
question here.
I had 3 elks on this side of the road. I am
Elk.
by myself, elk, okay. Like gooses.
Geese, yeah. Elk,
I am,
elk plural,
I-
elk singular.
that's right,
Yeah.
on Highway 80, right? Yeah, through Montana.
Tell me.
He's
You're
asleep.
driving. No, 80 doesn't go through Montana.
90, then it's
It's
90.
90 or 94.
Anyway, I'm out there.
I don't
There's
remember.
tons of
I was
construction. I'm totally by myself. There is the construction, but it's like abandoned.
Harrisonville,
And
Missouri.
There are
Yay.
3 elk standing on this side of the road and 1 elk here. And as I pass, these elk just stopped, and they were so big, I could see their heads, like
Stop real
out
quick
the
and
window.
say hi to Skagit Ed because he's going to bed. He's one sign has to go to work.
Good night,
Good night,
Ed.
Ed.
Good
cool
to
to
see
see you. Hope to see you again soon.
Up in
Hope-
7 hours for
Yeah.
work. I'm
So
glad you
finish your
said
elk
hi.
story, finish your elk
Okay,
story.
so as soon as I passed them, they froze, which was great. I passed them, and they froze. It was fantastic. But like 5 miles down the road, same thing, except this time the 3 elk were on this side, and the one on that side, and everybody just
it's
froze,
very
and I
Idaho.
passed them. I was so thankful. That's my Montana story.
Somebody's, I don't know if that's intentional or not, the all caps.
What made the two of you choose trucking? And did the two of you go to trucking school together?
We did go to CDL school together.
We can answer the second part of that question. Yes, we went to school together.
It takes too long to
But
answer
the first part,
part.
we got like 2 minutes left in this
We do?
very funny like video that, oh, I got it. I got it to switch to me. Okay. Good.
Is that good?
Yeah.
That's better?
Now
Why?
you're kind of out of focus
You
now.
want the you want the square on your face?
I want the target on my face so people can see hers because they don't get to see you very often.
They don't want to see me anyway.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't. They
Yes,
want to
they
see. They want to look at you,
Okay.
not me. Good night from Glens
Read
Ferry,
this.
Idaho. All right. I love your channel. Your positive attitudes help me through tough days. Lost my wife last year. Oh my goodness. Hi from
Wow.
San Antonio. Sam Woodworth. Well, Sam, you're in our prayers, and
Yes.
your wife, I am pretty sure, is in a better place. So I don't know how you feel about that, but I hope you feel the same way. She's got to be looking down on you, brother. So,
She's watching out for you.
but I know what it's like losing someone you love.
It is tough. It
It's
is very
near and
tough.
dear,
We both
yeah.
do. And if we've helped in any way and you found our videos useful or helpful or hopeful, then I consider that a tremendous gift. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. Yeah?
Yeah, we miss you here at CFI.
Just
Just
hoofing
hoofing
it.
it. Hey.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
It is good to see you, girl. How
Yeah.
are you? Oh my. And we miss you. We miss you.
See, that's how I would have pronounced it.
Hugs. 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 Got it. Hugs.
Yeah.
Okay. You were pretty good. What, Sarah?
What nationality is that?
nationality is that?
It's probably German or maybe
Don't think German.
Slavic.
Hey, Tono Pedroza, keep trucking. Keep trucking.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Yeah,
Uh,
we had made a lot of great friends at CFI. Just
Still
hoofing
have
it,
those friends.
and still in touch with some of them.
Harmony Beach. Big fat cows.
What?
You have to do the big fat cows.
Big fat cows.
Oh my god. Norwegian, that's what I was thinking.
Norwegian?
I was thinking Sweden.
Hogsy.
Iceland.
Hogsy.
Okay, so it's so good to meet you.
Okay.
So let's see. Are you still working for Conway? Came from Garner McCoy. No, he is currently with Martin, and I am here in St. Louis. That's why videos recently have said from St. Louis, because I'm not on the truck right now. And he's with Martin.
Skagit.
And
Skagit.
we miss
Third
you,
largest
Just
river in
Tiffany.
Washington. Ah, that's right. Skagit. Skagit Edge.
Pronounced Skagit.
Yeah.
Third largest river in Washington. Okay, makes sense. You are so funny, Jay, with your big fat cows.
Hey, I love big fat cows. I see them all the time. They're so funny. They're always standing. They always face the same direction.
Away from the wind. They put their
Well, it
butts
doesn't
in
matter.
the-
If there's wind, yeah, but it doesn't matter. Sometimes it's just sun coming up. And it's like, they all face the same direction. And when one starts to go, and I just love cows. They're cool.
I love cows too.
Calves, too.
And on that note, we're going to say goodnight to everybody.
Hasta luego, Skagit.
Hasta
Good
luego,
night.
amigos. Yeah, yeah. I loved him since I was a kid. Harmony Page
Can
says.
you work for Landstar or J.B. Hunt?
Thank you guys for joining us
You could.
tonight.
Are we going away?
Yep.
Oh.
We're saying goodnight.
We're
We
saying goodnight.
appreciate you.
Yeah, it's
Love you
cool.
guys.
Love the
And
questions.
We
Love
will
hanging
we'll be
out.
back on live and
Love
I'll get
and
the camera
and I
fixed.
love having a target on my face. It's cool. It's really
We'll
cool.
talk to you soon. Good night, everybody. Say good night.
Good night, y'all. Sweet dreams. God
Okay.
bless. Pray for us. We'll
Good
pray for
night.
you.
Good night.
And pray for our great country.
Yes.
And
You're in our hearts all the
yeah.
time, every minute.
Yep.
See you
Freedom
soon.
is not free. And
That's right. It has a
let's
price.
keep it.
Let's keep
we
it.
got it. Let's keep it. It's a wonderful, it's the best country in the world.
Yes, it is.
As far as I'm concerned.
Yes, it
and I'm
is.
glad to be here. I'm proud of it. And I'm proud to be a truck driver. And I'm proud I got a truck driving wife.
Yep.
And yeah, so
Good night, everybody.
you know what they say.
I love it. Look at the bye.
Keep the shiny side up and the greasy side down. And we'll see you next time.
And one more big fat cow.
One more big fat cow!
Okay. Now how do I turn it off?
How do we stop?
How do I stop?
How do you stop this
Is this
thing?
how I stop?
Yep.
Remote. I don't think I've stopped yet.
I need some water. I've
Okay.
been talking too much.
Go get some water.
Are we still recording?
I'm working on it.
Can you push the button on the camera?
It says stop streaming. Good night. Bye-bye.
There's a record
I
button
know,
right
it's right
there.
here.